Hi everyone, so today this video that I'm going to do is going to take you through 8 different movements and positions which are going to be great for opening up the hips. So let's start with the first one, and we wanted to come into child's pose. So come onto your hands and knees to begin with. You're then going to bring your big toes together and bring the knees wide apart. Then from there, lower your bottom down onto your heels, slide the hands out in front. Now each of these positions we're going to hold for 5 deep breaths. So take a nice deep breath in, then as you exhale, maybe see if you can sink down and just relax into that position a little bit more. Two more breaths. You might be finding that the chest is able to come down a little bit closer to the floor. Walk those fingertips away. Last breath. Slowly bring yourself up. And then come and take a seat on the floor. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. So we want to be sitting up nice and tall. We want to have the knees as close to the floor as you can. So depending on how flexible your hips are, see if you can bring your heels in a bit closer to the body. Just interlock the fingers around the toes. As I say, sit nice and tall, pull those shoulders down. And you actively want to be pushing those knees down into the floor as you take the 5 breaths. And as you exhale, so really try and relax into that position. 2 more. And the last breath. Well done. And then just bring the legs in front. If you feel you need to, just give the legs a little shake off. Okay, so I'm just going to turn to the side for this next one so you can see. So we're going to take the left leg, bend the knee, bring the foot over that right leg. Okay, you're then going to bend your right leg underneath. Okay, want to try and sit nice and tall if you can, getting both hips down onto the floor. You're then going to take your opposite elbow to that top knee. Bring the elbow to the knee. Breathe in. Then as you breathe out, I want you to twist round. Push that elbow into that knee. Look around over your shoulder. Holding it here. We take those 5 deep breaths. On each exhale, maybe see if you can turn around a little bit more. Might be a bit difficult to really inhale here when you're twisted, but the practice doing it, you will get better. Okay, slowly bring yourself round. So then we're going to change over to the other side. I'm going to switch round. So this time the right leg's coming over. Bend that left leg underneath. Sit. Just get yourself comfortable. Get those hips, ideally both of them, onto the floor. Opposite elbow comes to that top knee. Breathe in, and then as you breathe out, really twist around, pushing that elbow into that knee to help you get that rotation. Deep breaths. Let's do 2 more. And last one. done. Slowly come out of that. Okay, so then let's come back up onto our knees. So if we take the right leg, we're going to step forward and then we're going to lean into that right knee. So you want to make sure you keep the hips nice and level and lean in. So just, you can have your hands lightly on the knee. A real good hip flexor stretch. So 5 deep breaths while holding it here. Okay, and let's change to the other leg. So bring that leg back. Step forward with the left. Lean into that knee. That's it. Again, try and keep those hips level. Slight lean forwards, and you're going to stretch that hip flexor here. Again, as you exhale, maybe see if you can get a bit deeper into that stretch. One last breath here. And bring it back. Excellent. So from here we're then going to do pigeon stretch. So the easiest way I find to get into this is by coming into a downward dog to begin with. So come onto your hands and knees, curl the toes under, push the hips up towards the sky. So let's take the right knee and we bring the right knee up to the right wrist. Then slide that left foot back and we sink down into pigeon. So just shimmy yourself around. Really try to sink down into that stretch. That's it. Excellent. So 5 deep breaths here. So as you exhale, see if you can sink those hips a bit closer to the floor. You can also have a little rock side to side here. One more breath. Okay, so curl the left toes back under, push yourself up, come back to the downward dog position. So this time we then go left knee to left wrist, slide that right foot back, hold it here, 5 deep breaths. Again, maybe have a little rock, side to side, whatever's most comfortable for you. Well done. Curl the right toes under, push the hips up, come back to that downward dog, lower the knees down onto the floor. We're then going to come onto our back. So laying yourself down flat on the floor. Let's take that left knee. We're going to bring the knee up to the chest. You want to really hug that knee in. Take 5 deep breaths here. On the exhale, see if you can pull the knee in a bit closer. Make sure the leg that's on the floor is staying down on the floor, it's not lifting off. Keep that grounded. And then release that leg. Let's switch over to the other side. So bring that right knee up, hug the knee into your chest. Keep that left leg grounded on the floor. Deep breaths here. As you exhale, maybe bring that knee in a little bit closer. And then release that leg off. Place the leg down onto the floor. Let's go back to the left leg. So bring the leg up, have the knee at 90-degree angle. Bring your arms out to the side. What we're going to do is we're going to bring that knee across the body over to that right side. We want to keep both shoulders on the floor. You want to try and get that knee as close to the floor as you can. 5 breaths here. Again, on the exhale, see if you can bring that knee a bit closer. You can take your right hand and try and encourage that knee down towards the floor, but just watch the shoulders stay down. Okay, release that leg, come back, lay flat on the floor. Let's do the right knee this time. So bring that leg up, bend the knee to 90 degrees. Bring the knee across. Keep the shoulders on the floor. You can take that left hand to help encourage that knee to the floor. All the time, keep the shoulders grounded. And nice deep breaths. Okay, release that leg. Let's hug both knees in towards your chest. So the last position that we're going to get into, have a go at this. So hug the knees in, spring the feet up. You're going to grab with your hands on the outsides of the feet. And you're going to really relax here. Let those knees come out down by your sides. If this is too difficult for you, but you can do one leg at a time. Just leave the other one leg on the floor. If you can, you want the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Really letting those hips open. Getting the knees coming down the side of the body. On those exhales out, you might find that as you relax into the stretch, those knees will lower. One last breath. Slowly release those feet, maybe just hug the knees into the chest. And then slowly bring yourself up. Okay, so there was 8 different positions to really help open up those hips, So good to do before any sort of goblet squats, any sort of squats or any sort of hinging and deadlifting, just really to loosen up the hips. Okay, see you soon.